So we're going to talk about the Excel window. We're going to open up Excel, at least within the Windows operating system, Windows 7. We're going to maximize and minimize the window and resize it. We'll open up multiple workbooks, which for 2013 actually opens up multiple instances of the application itself. We're going to close a workbook, and then we're going to close the application. So I'm going to launch Excel, and I'm in a Windows 7 environment. This will be different if you have Windows 8, and I have it on another computer, and honestly, I'm still trying to get used to it. So we're in Windows 7 here, and I'm going to right-click the application and pin it to the taskbar so that the next time I want to open up Excel, it's right here, and all I have to do is click it, and there it is. So this is the start screen that we just talked about, but I'm going to hit Escape to get into a workbook. And then the next thing I'm going to do is go back to the start screen and launch Excel 2010, because I want to contrast a couple of things here. Going back to 2013, this is the program window, and it behaves just like any other window that you're used to working with. If you're used to the Windows operating system, you can minimize the window and restore it down to reduce its size. There's the minimization of the window. It's minimized to the taskbar. When I click it again, it restores back up to the size it was before I minimized it. I can grab the edges and resize it, of course. And in Windows 7, you can grab a screen, and when you cross the threshold on either side of the screen, your window will automatically be split screen. I find this real convenient. I do this all the time. It's a nice way to set up a comparison between two different workbooks, or just have two different screens at work when you're copying information into a workbook from another screen. Now, I've got 2013 on top of 2010. And one thing that you'll notice, I'm going to pull this down a little bit, is that 2013 doesn't have a workbook window. And that's because in 2013, each workbook rests in one instance of Excel. So if I create a new workbook by pressing Control-N, which is a very easy way to do it, I now have two instances of Excel open. Book 1 and Book 3 are in 2013. Book 2 is in 2010. And when you have multiple workbooks open, you can go to the View tab and switch windows, and I have 1 and 3 showing. Now, why am I not showing 2 there? Because that's in 2010. It's outside of the scope of recognition for 2013. But even though each one of these workbooks, Book 3 and Book 1, are in a single instance of Excel, you can switch between the workbooks just like you could before with the Switch Windows functionality. So closing the workbooks now, in 2010, you would click this, the workbook window, and then this to close the application. In 2013, the quickest way to do it probably is press Control-W. And when I have more than one workbook open, the workbook that I'm closing will close along with that instance. If I only have one workbook open and I press Control-W, the workbook in this instance closes, but the application itself doesn't close. There's a couple of different ways to now close the application. You can go to this icon over here and press Close. You can click the Close button over here, or you can press Alt F4. So that was the Excel window. We opened up Excel. We played around with the window, maximized it, minimized it, resized it. We opened up multiple workbooks. We found out how to close just a workbook. And then finally, we closed the application.